Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Hash It Out, where we discuss trends in the marketing world and dig deeper to see if they are here to stay or just a passing fad. I'm your host Brenda, and with me I have my co-host.
Hi. So quick recap. In our last episode, we spoke with Frank and Mo about, how companies should approach marketing in China. And today we are welcoming Momoko and Gabrielle from Japan. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, so today we're talking about a very interesting topic, and since we're going to be talking about VTubing, it seems only right that we become VTubers ourselves for this short episode. So we're going to turn into VTubers in 3, 2, 1. There we are. Okay. Hi, Japan team. Now that we're all VTubers, right? I guess this is a hint as to what we are talking about today. So our previous topic with the China team was slightly more serious, but today we'll be talking about something more unique. So maybe Momoko and Gabrielle, we can start with a quick explanation as to what exactly is VTubing, like in your own words, and maybe you can describe it to us.
Sure. So VTubing is like YouTubing, except V stands for virtual. So it is a form of video streaming where you use motion capture to control a 2D or 3D virtual avatar instead of your own face and body. You essentially become like a virtual character, and you don't even have to be a human like us. You can be an animal, you can be a thing, you can be whatever you want to be, basically.
That's very interesting. Actually, even as you were talking, I was very mesmerized by how, even though I know we're all humans, right, I'm very mesmerized by all the different characters that we are.
Oh, every time I blink, I look at myself. Look guys, I'm blinking.
Every time I move my mouth, the panda's mouth moves as I'm just super intrigued by it. But what about yourself, Gabriel? What are your thoughts on VTubing?
So in my own words, VTubing is the act of creating content online through a virtual 2D or 3D avatar. And this software will capture the actual creators' every movement to make their virtual persona seem more lifelike. And so these creators are called VTubers, and they're gaining a huge following in Japan and worldwide. You see them stream on YouTube and Twitch and other platforms. And aside from changing their appearance, some also mask their voices to sound anime-like, so like high-pitched and very cute.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually that's quite cool because I mean now we all look so cute, but our voices still sound the same.
I know.
Hello.
But actually, Momoko and Gabriel, so when Brenda and I were reading about VTubing, I think we saw a couple of articles that keep crediting Japan as like the start or the pioneer of VTubing, and we just wanted to find out like why do you think VTubing kind of emerged from Japan and not other markets like Singapore or like Hong Kong? Like is it like, do you think that manga or anime has like any influence or like contribution to why this is the case?
Sure. But quick note, according to my search on the internet, it looks like the very first virtual YouTuber was Ami Yamato. And as you can guess from her name, she is Japanese, but it looks like she started VTubing in London. So it got started in London, it looks like. But in any case, I think it's fair to say that, Japan was one of the countries to popularize VTubing. But I mean, I think it's no surprise that, Japan was one of the countries to popularize VTubing. Anime originates from Japan, like you kind of mentioned. And also there was a virtual singer called Miku Hatsune that performs like virtual 3D concerts and stuff like that. And she started her career, I guess, in 2007, which was like way before VTubing took off. So I think, it's kind of natural that Japan started VTubing or started spreading VTubing. And also I think, the Japanese market was maybe more ready to understand and accept VTubing just because we had those like precursor inventions, I guess. And maybe like VTubing wasn't too foreign to Japanese people.
Yeah, so just to add to what Momoko said, so definitely anime is a big thing in Japan, and it also contributed to the popularity of VTubers. But another big uh, subculture, I guess, in Japan is also idol. So people who like boy and girl groups, there's a huge following in Japan, and I think VTubers are a perfect blend of anime and the idol culture because they have like anime like features while having a celebrity sort of like celebrity like presence already. So yeah, it's very natural, I think, that VTubers are
Mm.
gaining popularity.
Do you guys are you guys VTubers on the side? I mean, we wouldn't know because they be but are you guys VTubers or do you follow any VTubers?
Well, I guess I am now.
This is our debut
Yeah, this is our debut. I
by our
don't.
single.
Yeah, I don't follow VTubers right now. But I think Gabrielle does, right?
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of the live streams of this VTuber called Iron Mouse. She's mostly on Twitch, and earlier this year she did a month-long subathon where she kind of live streams nonstop until she reaches her goal of a certain amount of followers, and she reached 1 million followers earlier this year. And yeah, I got interested in her content because despite her having a very cute appearance, she's her talk is very down to earth, or like her live streams are very down to earth, and she's very relatable and funny. Yeah, she's one of the VTubers I follow.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I'm sorry, I didn't catch her name, like this VTuber that you were just talking about.
Oh, did you mean the name?
What is she called again?
Iron Mouse.
Iron
IRON.
Mouse. Sounds like
Yeah,
a very
Iron.
fierce name, but you said that she looks quite cute, right?
Yes.
So actually, what kind of content does she usually post? Like you said that her conversations are very down to earth. So does she like just talk about her life, or like what does she do in her streams?
Yeah, mostly she chats with her fans and also does a lot of gaming, live streaming, gaming content as well.
Have you asked her a question?
Oh, not yet, not yet. I'm just a casual viewer.
Okay. Then actually, so this is just one example, but have you all seen other VTubers content? Like what sort of topics do they usually do? Is it really only about gaming?
Their content doesn't really differ from traditional live streamers. They usually do gaming live streams as well as just casual chats with their fans. Some interesting VTubers also do karaoke live streams where they sing in their very high pitched voice. So that makes for a very funny live stream. And there are also some VTubers who do illustrations for other VTubers as well. So they do like drawing live streams. It's a very very diverse, but not so different from traditional content.
Do you think that, with VTubing, there'll be more people who are willing to be a streamer? Because there's some privacy in a way. Like right now, I'm very comfortable not showing my face. And there's some level of like comfort also. And you feel less self-conscious because you're not always looking at yourself in the camera. Do you think people are more inclined to live stream because of virtual tubings?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually watching an interview with a few VTubers to prepare for this talk, and security and privacy was, definitely one of the reasons they were talking about as to why they became a VTuber for sure.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting you mentioned security because like there are some live streamers, right, especially females, they are a little cautious whenever they live stream in public or anywhere because people may find out where they are and actually bomb their live stream. I think the bombing is like one point, but the other is about knowing about their real physical whereabouts, and that could actually put them in danger. So I mean, now you can't tell that I'm in the Hoffman office, right? I really could be anywhere. Maybe I'm in Bali doing a break. But yeah, I like that it offers some privacy and sort of you feel like you can be yourself without having people to see how you look like.
Yeah. And during the interview that I was watching, one VTuber also mentioned that it also offers a unique creative outlet that may not be available to some people otherwise, due to things like anxiety and disabilities and any other life constraints. So I think VTubing in general just gives people more options and flexibility, maybe. I like that you can't see my messy room right now. That's another reason I might consider doing this.
I think it's very interesting that VTubing is such a big thing. I mean, we are having so much fun. Look, we were so excited when we realized that we could do this on Zoom. Yeah. And then I think because we all know that streamers are very popular right now. Like a lot of Twitch streamers are actually being chosen by brands to promote their products and to, you know, take part in like campaigns and so on. So actually, have you all seen brands in Japan engaging with VTubers for certain campaigns? We did a quick search and then we know that this VTuber called Kizuna I did like an advertisement for like Nissin cup noodles. So wondered if like you all have seen some others as well.
Right. So it looks like some convenience stores like Lawson and Family Mart also work with VTubers. They have their like original merchandise and stuff like that. I found some articles about Suntory. Suntory created its own VTuber persona called Suntory Nomu. She does like product reviews, and it's quite funny. I watched one of her videos, and it was pretty funny.
Cool. I like the Suntory drinks.
Yeah.
What about Gabrielle?
Yeah, I also saw a lot of instant noodle brands who are collaborating with VTubers, and as well as sports drinks. So it's really interesting because as you mentioned, Cup Noodle, they're heavily involved in the esports scene as well. So I think they're targeting the same like demographic by using VTubers in their campaigns. So essentially like young people who are into games and anime.
Yeah, so actually with more brands hopping on the VTubing engagement bandwagon, right? And more success from VTubers, what are some things that you think brands should be mindful of when engaging VTubers?
Yeah, so I actually read some articles about a city in Chiba Prefecture in Japan called Matsudo. Matsudo City used a VTuber in their PSA video to promote bike safety, but it had to be taken down because a feminist group in Japan submitted a complaint saying that the video sexualizes young school girls because they felt that the anime girl in the video was depicted as a sexualized minor because they found her outfit and movement in the video to be a little problematic. So I think it's kind of an ongoing conversation with the anime or VTubing culture, I guess. Japan's signature style of anime often portrays girls and women as sort of like weak or unintelligent or hypersexualized. So I think, companies do have to kind of consider social context, just like when they use real, human influencers. I think we as, PR and marketing people also have to be aware of these aspects as well. VTubing is fun and entertaining, but what I want to say is, I guess it's not like risk-free.
Actually, that's a really good point because for me, like when I thought about VTubing, I think sometimes it seems like you can do a lot of things that you can't do with normal human influencers. But the example that you brought up just really reinforced the point that no matter what, right, any type of influencer that a brand engages, whether it's virtual or human, the social and cultural considerations still need to be thought about. So that was quite an interesting case study that you brought up. But what about yourself, Gabrielle?
A benefit of using VTubers in your campaigns is that there's less chances of scandals, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're scandal free. They might say something during their live stream or on social media that might potentially blow up in their faces. But I guess it's also a good tactic to show that your brand is how do you say, like, using cutting edge technology, and if it suits your brand image, then it would be a visually appealing way to stand out from the crowd, is one advantage I would say.
Yeah, I think VTuber influencers definitely, offers some advantages. Like Gabrielle mentioned, an avatar sort of provides some level of insurance against scandals for sure. But I also think, you don't even have to be in the same physical space to create content. And also, like, companies don't have to hire like a hair and makeup person for a VTuber, and they don't have to prepare outfits. So, I think there are a lot of advantages for sure.
Yeah, actually that sounds really convenient, especially when you say that there's no need to prepare hair and makeup or care about camera angles, hitting the right light and all that stuff. I think that sounds quite attractive. But I wanted to bring one more point of view across here and up for discussion, okay? And it's like how brands engage influencers and KOLs, because these KOLs have their own relationship with their followers. Like there's sort of some level of affinity that influencers that I follow have built with me and other people in their community. But for VTubers, right, because in a way they're not human in a sense. Do you think that emotional connection for VTubers is not as strong as if they were to engage a real life influencer? Like, does it seem very detached? Like, if my favorite brand, like let's say if Uniqlo engages VTubers, right? Is it hard for me to relate? Or if they had engaged someone from an influencer from Singapore, like a Manga Bong, what are your thoughts on this actually, Kim? I'd like to hear. It's quite interesting, I feel.
Like whether we will feel detached. I think the thing about VTubing now, maybe it's like novelty. Like, we're all very excited about it, right? But maybe it's a little too early to tell. Like, I think in Singapore especially, like, we haven't really seen a lot of VTubers. I'm not familiar with like VTubers in Singapore. So I think it's very hard for us to sort of determine whether we would feel detached or whether we can build a relationship with a VTuber. I think it depends on the engagement, or I mean in Japan, like that VTuber that I mentioned earlier, the Kizuna, I like she's the most famous Japanese VTuber. Apparently she has like more than 3 million subscribers on YouTube. And I watched like maybe like 2 minutes of a video that she did on YouTube. And it's quite funny and engaging lah. So I can see the appeal. But whether it forms like a long-term relationship, I think we need to wait and see a little while more. Maybe in Japan it's more developed, so then Momoko and Gabrielle can give us better insights.
I think VTubers just appeal to different demographics, I guess. I mean, as Kim mentioned, Kizuna Ai has like a massive following, right? So obviously a lot of people, follow her, and I imagine a lot of people are, emotionally invested in her as well. And I don't think they feel detached. I think a lot of people definitely can feel close to avatars or gaming characters or non-human personas for sure. I think it just it just appeals to a different demographic maybe.
Actually, what I took away from this is that maybe for brands who want to engage VTubers, right, is to engage one that has been around and has built some sort of following for himself or herself, as instead of creating a whole new VTuber for that campaign. So that way, you can leverage that person's following, community, and that that affinity already, as compared to creating a whole VTuber for a campaign that hasn't built relationships or shared gotten any love from their followers.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say, because Santori made their own avatar, right? And I watched one of the videos and I thought it was pretty appealing. I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, I definitely see that, if you hire a VTuber that already has a massive following, definitely you benefit from that. But I don't think it's, I think it's sometimes beneficial to make your own VTuber as well. I think it just depends on, what you're trying to achieve and, what you're trying to do. I think it depends.
Yeah, case by case. Sorry, Gabrielle, you were saying?
I don't know. Well, not to play the devil's advocate, but yeah, I think that leveraging a already famous VTuber would be, very advantageous for brands who, in that sense, there are actually two major VTuber agencies in Japan, Hololive and Nijisanji, and they house a lot of already popular VTubers, very active. So, and they already have a huge following, so that would make brands could really utilize them in their campaigns and get their following as well.
That's a very interesting point, and thanks, Gabriel. And unfortunately, we wish we could go on and on about VTubing. I really love our virtual avatars so much. But now it's time to say bye to our virtual selves and come back as humans.
All right. Now I feel a little bit self-conscious.
Yeah. So thanks so much for being here, Momoko and Gabrielle. We really had a very insightful time discussing everything about VTubing, and then we learned a lot of things from the two of you as well, especially what sort of VTubing strategies and tactics work in the Japan market. We'll definitely keep an eye out for this kind of trends that in Singapore if they happen. And I'm sure this is something that we want to look out for.
Since this was your debut as VTubers, if you all do start a channel, please send it to us. We will be the very excited first viewers.
Sure, yeah, I'll think about it.
Hope this was a fun experience for you both, and thank you so much for taking the time. So to our viewers, we'll be back soon with new guests and another topic. So if you'd like to hear more from us, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if there's a specific topic you'd like us to hash out, like today was VTubers, tomorrow, well, I mean, the possibilities are endless. So just leave a comment and we'll see what we can do. Bye.
Bye.